Hey Lotus Family, welcome back to LotusPhoenix AstroHealer. I'm so grateful that you're here. If you're new to the channel, welcome home. It's good to have you with us. I believe that our paths have crossed for you to hear the messages shared in this video today, and I hope that you will become part of the family by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Today, we will dive deep into a significant planetary energy that's unfolding in the skies. That is the embrace of Venus and exalted Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. A conjunction charged with emotional grace and cosmic blessing. In Hellenistic astrology, this transit is not your average planetary event. It is a cosmic dance of the divine archetypes blessing the home of the soul. Venus here is Aphrodite, the goddess of love, attraction, and harmony, gentle yet powerful in her ability to draw souls close. Jupiter is Zeus, the king of the heavens, embodying justice, growth, and divine order. Just as an aside, in Vedic thought, planet Venus and Jupiter are known as the two gurus of the universe. That should tell you just how significant this transit is. Jupiter has already been exalted on his throne in Cancer since the 10th of June 2025, radiating benevolence and wisdom in this watery domain. Venus ingressed into Cancer on the 1st of August 2025. She stepped into the lunar realm of Cancer, ruled by Selene, the moon goddess who holds the tides of feeling and memory. Within the day of her ingress into Cancer, Venus moved into the orb of influence of Jupiter, which means she can already feel the benevolent and optimistic influence of Jupiter engulfing her from his throne. By the 7th of August, her own orb of influence engages with Jupiter, and they're able to have reciprocal dialogue with each other. It won't just be a celestial conversation somewhere up there in the sky. No, it'll have a ripple effect through your life too. So, how might this energy show up in your life? Well, you might notice a softening in your relationships, a greater openness to emotional intimacy, or a desire to nurture and be nurtured. This transit tends to highlight areas where love can grow, not just romantically, but also through family, home, and your emotional connections. Because Cancer is a water sign ruled by the moon, old memories may resurface, not to haunt you, but to help you heal and reframe them with compassion. If you've been withholding affection, guarding your heart, or feeling emotionally unsafe, this planetary dialogue creates a container of emotional generosity. Jupiter's wisdom reminds Venus that love is not just about sweetness. It's about expansion, protection, and trust. So, you might find yourself having deeper conversations, craving more emotional authenticity, or finally receiving the kind of care and devotion you've longed for. And if you offer it freely, this energy often brings blessings in return. So how will this story unfold for you? To really feel the impact of this celestial dialogue, I invite you to take a look at where Cancer falls in your birth chart. This is the house, the life area that sets the stage for this dialogue to unfold. But here's the nuance. This energy won't land the same way for everyone. Your personal experience will depend on other configurations in your chart that include active transits, perfections, time lords, and any other aspects that Venus or Jupiter are forming to your natal planets. For instance, someone in a Venus or Jupiter ruled year, or experiencing a Venus-Jupiter dasha period in Vedic terms, will feel this more vividly. And this is where personal astrology becomes powerful. If you'd like to understand how this beautiful transit weaves into your unique karmic and emotional story, I invite you to book a personalized astrology reading with me. Whether you're navigating a turning point, seeking emotional clarity, or aligning with your purpose, we can explore how the stars are guiding your unique path right now. You'll find the link to book in the description box below. Back to the celestial dialogue. The conjunction between these two planets will reach its peak as it perfects at 14 degrees of Cancer on the 12th of August. This is the very heart of the sign, a place of nurturing, love, but also boundaries born of self-worth. Think of it as the hearth of the home, where love isn't just felt, but offered abundantly, protected, mutually beneficial, and dignified. I would go as far as to say that their union forms a womb-like container, fertile, intuitive, and filled with blessings that grow through emotional authenticity. This is a moment of sweet restoration, especially if your heart has been carrying old grief or if your self-worth has felt eroded by disappointment. Here you can feel safe in connection, in union, and in depth of feeling. When Moon enters Cancer on the 19th of August, she steps into her domicile, reuniting with these two benefics. By then, Venus will be in the final phase of Cancer and separating from her conjunction with Jupiter, and now carrying forward the essence of their union. As the Moon conjoins Venus on the 20th of August, Venus will have moved just beyond the reach of her own orb to Jupiter. She can no longer see him, though he still sees her. So Moon plays a brief but crucial role between Aphrodite and Zeus, becoming the translator of light, a swift and sacred messenger between these two benefics just before she leaves her abode. It's as if the Moon gathers Venus's quiet internal revelations and delivers them back to Jupiter, offering a final note of closure, grace, or perhaps one last chance to weave the insights of their union into the emotional body. You may feel this as a moment of deep knowing, a sacred inner closure, or even a subtle turning point in how you receive or express love. It presents a final opportunity to integrate the emotional wisdom of the conjunction. So, how can we embrace the energy of this transit? Well, together, Venus and Jupiter invite us to open to a love that is not fleeting, but protective, sacred, and expansive, a sanctuary for the heart. Selene, as the Moon's ruler, holds this space tenderly, reminding us that emotional safety and intuition are the keys to receiving the fullness of this transit. This conjunction calls us to embrace love as an act of divine order, where desire is balanced with wisdom and passion is held within the arms of protection. It's a time to root ourselves emotionally, to honor the cycles of feeling, and to expand our inner sanctuaries. Let's now look at this transit through the lens of the tarot. Venus enters Cancer on the 1st as the Ace of Cups, embodying deep emotional abundance and fertile receptivity, much like the Empress. She quietly holds an overflowing cup within herself, a symbol of nurturing, fullness, and inner richness. On the 2nd of August, as Venus moves into Jupiter's orb of influence, she initiates an energetic presence that catches Jupiter's attention. In response, Jupiter, exalted and sovereign in Cancer, sends forth the Page of Cups, a youthful, hopeful messenger bearing a heartfelt beckoning. Imagine it as Jupiter gently asking Venus out on a date, extending a sincere invitation to open a new emotional dialogue. Venus, centered and abundant, notices this invitation and takes time to reflect on its meaning, discerning whether or how to engage with it. By August the 7th, their dialogue deepens and becomes mutual, activating the Two of Cups, the sacred moment when both Venus and Jupiter hold their own cups and acknowledge each other's emotional presence, accepting the invitation and opening the door for deeper connection. The foundation of trust and harmony is firmly established. From August the 10th to the 18th, Venus and Jupiter deepen their heartfelt dialogue, symbolized by the Two of Cups. This mature emotional conversation activates their full embodiment as Queen and King of Cups, masters of emotional depth, compassion, and nurturing presence. This mastery sets the stage for the blossoming of the Three of Cups, which is a joyful celebration of sacred emotional abundance and harmonious partnership. Together, they ride forward in the chariot, a powerful symbol of divine order and purposeful movement. The chariot's iconic black and white sphinxes represents the balance of feminine and masculine energies, light and shadow, working in unison under Jupiter's guiding will. It's the sacred dance of integration and mastery that propels their union forward with grace and strength. From the 19th to the 25th, Venus moves into the 3rd decan of Cancer, entering a more introspective and contemplative phase. This is the realm of the Four of Cups, where emotional restlessness or subtle discontent may arise. Despite their earlier joy and harmony, Venus now faces a crucial checkpoint, a need to pause, reassess, and acknowledge any underlying feelings or unaddressed issues within their relationship. This energy is not all sunshine and roses. It invites Venus to confront emotional shadows, to sit with feelings of longing, dissatisfaction, or even boredom that may surface unexpectedly. This moment of reflection is vital, as it allows for deeper emotional clarity and the integration of truths that might otherwise be overlooked. Venus begins to turn inwards and considers the real meaning and future of this union with Jupiter. It's a time for honest emotional reckoning, not avoidance, paving the way for authentic growth and transformation. On August the 19th, the moon enters Cancer, stepping into her domicile and reconnecting with these two benefics. Her presence activates the energy of the High Priestess, the guardian of hidden wisdom, intuition, and sacred mysteries. This lunar influence invites both Venus and Jupiter to embrace deeper spiritual insights and emotional depth. On August the 20th, the moon conjoins Venus and crowns her with the High Priestess energy, evolving beyond the Queen of Cups to embody sacred feminine wisdom. Simultaneously, Jupiter transcends the King of Cups and takes on the mantle of the Hierophant, symbolizing spiritual authority, divine law, and the bridge between earthly feeling and higher truth. Together, they're elevated by the moon's mediation and translation of light, their relationship transformed into a consecrated spiritual union, a sacred dialogue between heart and soul. This phase invites deeper inner reflection, spiritual insights, and the weaving of emotional truths into higher wisdom, moving their journey from personal feelings into sacred universal love and order. As Venus and exalted Jupiter dance through Cancer, we're invited to step into a sacred journey of emotional mastery, deep connection, and spiritual growth. This transit reminds us that love is not always effortless. It asks for presence, honest reflection, and a willingness to embrace both light and shadow within ourselves and our relationships. The moon's gentle mediation guides us to translate our inner revelations into wisdom, encouraging us to move beyond surface emotions towards soulful understanding. Wherever you find yourself in this unfolding story, whether nurturing your own emotional abundance, opening to new heartfelt invitations, or embracing deeper spiritual insights, remember that you are held by cosmic grace. Allow these archetypes to inspire your own heart's dialogue, and trust that this divine union is nurturing your journey towards greater love, clarity, and inner sanctuary. If you have found this message to be helpful, please remember to like the video and share your reflections in the comment section below. Subscribe to LotusPhoenix AstroHealer for more sacred astrology and tarot insights, and turn on your notifications so you never miss any of my uploads. And if someone came to mind while you were listening to this message, take it as a sign that they could benefit from this message. Pay it forward by sharing this video with them. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Until next time, may your heart be open and your spirit nourished. Bye.